Now, there's a new report out from The Guardian that shows that the Trump administration is now encouraging the use of political correctness when talking about climate change. Oh, that's very interesting. I thought they were against this whole political correctness thing. According to emails obtained by The Guardian, officials told staffers in the USDA's Natural Resources Conservation Service to change the way that they discuss climate change when it comes to their work. Now, let's give you some Orwellian examples of what they're changing it to. According to the office, climate change would, you couldn't say climate change anymore. It would become, quote, weather extremes. Oh, weather extremes. Oh, wonderful. Climate change adaptation should instead be named resilience to weather. Oh, hey, look at how resilient we are. Wonderful. That's a good connotation, right? And efforts to reduce greenhouse gases should instead be deemed as ways to build soil organic matter. And again, super Orwellian. And then increase nutrient use efficiency. See, what they're saying is that, well, there's no climate change. There's weather extremes. Florida, look, hey, Florida will be underwater by 2100. But don't worry, that's just the result of a weather extreme. And hey, the relocation effort for people that are fleeing a sunken Miami, well, don't worry, that's just considered resilient reaction to weather extremes. Now, of course, you have Bianca Mobius-Clune, the NRCS's director of soil health, writing to their staff in an email on February 16th, saying, don't worry, we won't change the modeling, just how we talk about it. Ah, wonderful. Now, Mobius-Clune said the new language was given to her, to pass on to staff. So this is coming from the top, saying you must now say these things. These are the politically correct terms for climate change. You can't say that anymore. That is politically incorrect. This is basically saying, look, you can't say these things, talk about these phenomena, which are obviously real, in a way that looks bad to our ideology. It's got to look good on us politically. That's why we changed, climate change adaptation to resilience to weather. See, that's a good thing. It just shows how we're resilient to those weather extremes. It's ridiculous. And look, the whole reaction is, hey man, climate change sounds kind of bad. It's got a bad connotation. And a lot of people, the majority of the American people, are actually very concerned about climate change. We want to do something about climate change. So what we're going to do is that we're just going to change the language. We're going to change climate change to weather extremes. I mean, look, you can't fix extreme weather, right? So this is essentially the administration saying, we don't have to fix the problem when we can just, why fix the problem when all we have to do is just redefine it? Now, The Guardian also notes that it's not clear whether the NRCS's use of weather extremes instead of climate change is part of a broader shift within the USDA. An official said the directive was designed to allow the office to continue its climate change work while presenting it in a way that would better resonate with the new administration and the agricultural interests with which it works. Again, that's just saying we're being politically correct. When you have to change your term to better resonate with the new administration and its policy interests, well, that is literal political correctness. Again, I thought these Republicans made a big deal about being politically correct and how wrong it is to be politically. Oh man, the PC police. It's the PC police cracking down on us conservatives with our free speech. But now when we get into power, we're cracking down on your free speech and literally changing things to make the administration look better. More details. It has become clear, according to Jimmy Bramblett, the NRCS's Deputy Chief for Programs, writing in a January 24th email, quote, it has become clear one of the previous administration's priorities is not consistent with that of the incoming administration. Namely, that priority is climate change. Well, that's pretty evident. It's not only evident from choosing Scott Pruitt as head of the EPA. This is the guy that tried to sue the EPA on multiple instances. You also have Trump's outward denial of climate change, calling it a Chinese hoax. And of course, now you have this pick for the NRCS's department, the USDA's chief scientist, and that is a man named Sam Clovis. Now, the position, as I mentioned, is chief scientist. So prepare to not be shocked when I tell you that the guy who's supposed to lead the USDA as chief scientist is not even a scientist. He does not have a science degree. And of course, he is a rampant climate denier. And he claims that a lot of the science behind climate change is, quote, junk science. Well, I mean, your opinion carries a lot of weight, considering how you're not a climate scientist. You're not even a scientist at all. Now, here's another opinion by Clovis. He once said that progressives are, quote, liars, race traitors, and race traitors. So this is the guy that's now running the USDA. The position is supposed to be that of chief scientist. But he's not a scientist. Now, is it any wonder why this organization is now using politically correct language when it comes to facts about climate change? This isn't about facts. This isn't about anything like that. It's all about ideology. It's all about projection. This is what you have. And of course, it shows that when you give Republicans power, this is how they use it. To shut people down who don't agree with them. Hey everybody, thanks for watching this video. If you want to see more like this, please hit the subscribe button below. And if you want to support truly independent progressive media, please consider becoming a patron at patreon.com/TYTNation.